top 5 protein sources. Hey guys, Sean here from Breakthrough Bootcamp, and today's video we're going over the top 5 protein sources that are also low in calories. While these foods are great to eat year-round, any day, anytime, they're really good when you're looking to cut weight. So if you're looking to drop weight, lean out, control your calories, but keep that protein up high. This is my personal opinion. These are the foods that I eat all the time, but I really double down when I'm trying to lean out and cut some weight. So before we get to the top 5, honorable mention, cottage cheese. So this one here is a little bit polarizing. If it wasn't so polarizing, it might even crack the top 5 just because of how good the macro profile is. We're talking 100 calories per serving and 15 grams of protein. Now, the texture does take some getting used to. However, personally, I find it tasteless. So it's not great, but it's not bad either. So if you agree with that, mixing it with other things, whether it's a salad or some fruit, some cinnamon, some honey, whatever it is that you want to choose with your recipe with the cottage cheese, I'd say it's probably the most underrated protein source. And another big benefit here is it's meat-free, obviously. So all of you vegetarians out there looking for additional protein sources, consider cottage cheese. It's a great choice. All right, number 5. If we're looking at just the macro profile here, this one would be higher. However, it's not really a food. So number 5, we have whey protein. Whey protein is on the list just because low calorie, high protein, super versatile. You can mix it with your shake, your smoothie. You can mix it just with water. You can get creative with it. You can make protein pancakes, muffins, cookies. Super versatile. Easiest way to bump up your protein intake if you're struggling. So if you're not hitting your protein targets, there is no reason why you shouldn't be taking whey protein. Now, the only exception would be if you have abdominal issues with the whey, then go and maybe go for a vegan protein. But either way, protein supplementation, can't go wrong. Would be higher if it was an actual food, because supplements never replace food. They just make things a little bit better when everything else is met. All right, so number 5, whey protein. Number 4, you're probably gonna think this one is a lot higher on the list, and while it is a fantastic protein source, it doesn't quite crack the top 3. So what we got here is chicken breast. Boneless, skinless chicken breast. This is a favorite amongst anyone who's probably cut weight before, bodybuilders alike, because chicken's delicious. Who doesn't like chicken? It's versatile. You can cook it so many different ways. It's low calorie, high protein. Everything you would want in a quote unquote diet food, you got it in chicken. So chicken makes the number 4 spot. Number 3, similar to chicken, but actually a little better in terms of the macronutrient profile. So lower calorie and higher protein. Another meat. Minced turkey, ground turkey. This one, if you've never had before, it does take some getting used to, especially when you start to cook it. It has a little bit of a funky smell, but you will get used to it, I promise. The key to good ground turkey is the seasoning. So personally, what I do with ground turkey is I just cook it up with spinach, and then I'll season it with something either spicy or Cajun or whatever it is, and then I'll add some hot sauce, and that's it. It's simple, it's effective. Super low carb, really high protein, low calorie. You eat this regularly, one of the best high protein meals to keep you lean. So ground turkey at the number 3 spot. Number 2, this one's a bit of an umbrella term. I'm gonna give you 2 examples of my personal favorites, but number 2, we're gonna say seafood. Number 1 in the seafood, or 1A I should say, be just basic tuna. And the reason tuna is so good is because of how convenient it is. You don't have to cook it up. You can mix it with your salad, you can add it to your meal, or you can just eat it on its own. When we look at the profile here, we're talking 80 calories for this entire can and 14 grams of protein. Pretty good. You can double up on that, have 2 of these, and that alone is a huge meal. My personal favorite, if you have a little bit more time, delicious, low calorie, high protein shrimp. Can't go wrong with shrimp. So if you do have that extra time, cook it up. Let's look at the calories and protein here. This serving here, 110 calories per serving and 23 grams of protein. We tend to think of chicken as being the best meat or fish. with calories and protein, but ground turkey and most seafood actually a better bang for your buck. And at the number one spot, this one might be a little surprising to some of you, but if we're just looking at pure protein, low calories, best bang for your buck, egg whites. Not whole eggs, but egg whites. Check this out. One serving here, 45 calories and 10 grams of protein. That's for a third of a cup. You can double, triple, even quadruple that serving, get a ton of protein, and your calories are super low. Another benefit with egg whites is you can add them to other dishes, and you can't go wrong. Super lean, just best overall protein source, bang for your buck, low calorie. I eat these things all the time. I buy them by the carton. I'm sure the people at the grocery store judge me because I always get a ton of egg whites. All right, so just to recap, honorable mention, cottage cheese, for those of you, especially vegetarians looking to bump up your protein intake. If you can get over the initial texture, it's actually pretty versatile. It can taste pretty good. Number 5, whey protein. If you can't do whey, any protein supplementation, easiest way to bump up your protein intake. Number 4, boneless, skinless chicken breast. Number 3, minced or ground turkey. Number 2, seafood, specifically tuna and shrimp. And number 1, egg whites. That is my top 5 protein sources that are also low in calories. Now, some of you might disagree. So if you disagree, if you have a different option, comment below, let me know what that is, and I will see you guys on the next video.